Good morning, everybody. My name is Brandon Vincent. It is currently 7:53 a.m. and I had a little morning workout, drinking my coffee, and this morning I want to carry on with these morning video logs because I think I can get into a good routine here, and it kind of gets me excited too. I honestly like doing this. So this morning I looked up some philosophical questions that would just kind of get the brain juices flowing. See, the reason I want to do this, I want to have like a memory log. I want to have like a thought log that I can look back on and think of the way that I used to think, and also just throw it out there. I'm just a guy with opinions who's lived his fair share of life through many different avenues, and I love philosophy, psychology, stuff like that. I really enjoy it. I've never studied it besides books, but here's a question I really like. Here's one that I think we're gonna get off to a good start with, and it is, where is the line between art and not art? Where do you draw that line? And I think that's an amazing question. So for myself, I think a lot of things are art. I often think of myself as an artist in a way that I like to interact with people, because I absolutely love talking to people. I think conversation is a linguistic art in itself. I think comedy is a linguistic art. I think communication in general, there's an art to communication. Through body language, tonality, expressions, facial expressions, body language, everything, all of that pieces together in order to create some good communication, or just communication in general. Painting, obviously painting, drawing is art. Music, I think music is art, but it even gets weird, right? Like, you could say driving. Driving is an art, or people getting dressed. People walking around throughout the day is an expression of themselves, or they're an expression of what they have going on that day. Expression of who they're projecting themselves to be to the world in that moment at that time. I think that's art. And I was even thinking a little bit deeper, and there's even some bad art that, society that people would consider bad. That's definitely bad. Think, art could even be like people that are probably mentally sick. Think of someone who's a murderer. That's probably an expression of art to change the tempo. That's probably an expression of art in that person's mind, and it's probably more of a form of an aggressive. That's an aggressive and a hateful way to express art. But I think that there's all spectrums of what art could be considered, and I think it's all perspective to the individual. Making coffee in the morning. This is a type of art. Writing a book, creating, designing, engineering things, creating buildings. That's all art. Paving roads, website design. I think it's all a type of art. Breathing. The way that people kind of operate themselves throughout the day, you could look at it like an expression. People, lives could be a form of art. I think it's all how you look at it. I think it's a matter of how wide you want to open your brain up to consider something as art or not. You could look at something and say, well, this is just a pen. And it is just a pen, but someone had to create this. Someone had to sit down and think, what's the design for this? All the little curves, all the different pieces on this pen. And I'm not getting sponsored to promote this pen, and I'm not trying to sell this pen, but I'm just saying, for the sake of saying, that this is a different type of art. Because someone had to create this, and then make it, and then find a way to mass produce that, and then create a business around that, and then market it, and then sell it, package it. I think business is one of my favorite arts because it's so complex. And that's why I've always enjoyed things like marketing. I've always enjoyed making little ads, doing stuff like that, creating little just fun things, and I love entertaining. I honestly love entertaining people. Speaking of arts, I used to act when I was younger on stage all the time. I can talk about that another time, but like I think all of that is an expression of art in itself. So I think everyone gets the point of kind of where I'm going with this. But that's my own opinion on kind of what art is. I think it's all around us all the time. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this, I'm gonna post this on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much. Like and subscribe it, and you guys have an absolutely phenomenal day.